I don't think there's enough good things I can say about Chris Clark and his editing skills for all things that we do here, but especially Scary Movie Squad related with that perfectly awesome new opening. Welcome back to the PJ Campbell Network. Of course, I am your guys' host, PJ Campbell. Look at the little beautiful Scary Movie cards that Chris has made for all of us too. It's so very, very cool. I'm so glad to have you guys here. We have a really stacked panel of people who are very excited to kick off Scary Movie Squad tonight. The very first installment in all things spooky with our 2-month marathon of animated spooky films, kids spooky films, not so kids spooky films like the original Halloween, which we're doing tonight, John Carpenter's classic masterpiece. Of course, repping the Scary Movie Squad t-shirts that you can currently buy over on TeePublic. And I couldn't do this without my illustrious co-host, one Mr. Samuel Loomis. Hello, Mr. Loomis.
I'm your co-host?
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure.
I mean,
I'm just here to watch a film.
I kind of put you on the spot there then, didn't I?
I want to say I wish there was editing awards for D-list YouTube channels that only a handful of very passionate people watch, because if there was, Chris Clark would win them all. What a champ! What a champion!
I don't disagree with you at all, my friend. I think Chris Clark is really doing some really incredible work here. But, my friend, I think we have some stuff that we should probably run through real quick before we get this whole thing rolling. What do we got going on this week?
So Sunday, we are doing our Bill and Ted triple feature. It was supposed to be Saturday. We decided to move it to Sunday because our good friend and comedian extraordinaire and Schmodown host Mark Ellis is doing a comedy special. Buy your tickets for that, laugh, and then come join us on Sunday for Bill and Ted. Where
you'll laugh and arguably probably cry too.
Yeah, that third one is a little bit of an emotional surprise. You're laughing, it's silly, and then all of a sudden you're examining your existence.
Yeah, and what you actually mean to the world and stuff. It's a very strange thing, but I am super excited that we're going to be doing that one. It's going to be a ton of fun. And what are we doing Monday?
Monday, we are doing a watch-along of Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, and I can guarantee it'll be more exciting than our putrid watch-along of Rugrats Go Wild, which I'm still upset about.
I think that that is the closest we'll ever get to Mystery Science Theater 3000. You and Kristen and I tried our best with that one.
We did what we could.
There's
only so many elaborate sequences of babies drowning you can watch before you want to explode.
It's true. And then, of course, what do we have on Wednesday?
Wednesday is suddenly Soundtracks Day. I am beyond thrilled that the incredible Rachel Cushing is making her PJ Campbell Network debut, as well as PLD himself, Paul DiNuzzo. I'm going to be on it. I'm sure you're all sick of me. PJ's going to be on it. And
I'm sure they're sick of me too. So
yeah,
it's fine.
That goes without saying. And of course, the host of Suddenly Soundtracks, one Mr. Chris Clark. We're going to talk about the entire soundtrack of the film Moulin Rouge. It's going to be, if I may say so myself, a spectacular. No words in the vernacular can describe the wonderment that will be Suddenly Soundtracks.
This is true. And then instead of next Friday being our next watch along, we are moving it to Saturday because I don't know if you guys know, there's another double feature headlining Schmodown match. And I really can't miss what we're doing Friday. And that is, of course, Friday the 13th Part 2, which is the second part in the live action Scary Movie Squad watch-alongs. And because so many of us are tied to the Schmodown, I don't want to compete. I just want to enjoy watching teenagers get killed by Jason. So I feel like that's fair.
I think you forgot something.
Did I forget something?
What's Thursday?
Oh, that's right. What is Thursday?
Thursday's our next episode of Front Center Mezzanine. We still do not have a graphic, and I apologize for that, but our guest is Ann L. Nathan. She has been on Broadway for a long time. She's been in Chicago, Ragtime, Thoroughly Modern Millie, Assassins, Sunday in the Park with George, Once, It Should Have Been You. She was in Broadway Bounty Hunter Off-Broadway. An illustrious career. I can't wait to talk with her Thursday, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.
It's going to be really, really great. I'm very, very excited. You keep bringing great guests, which also... also goes to the great guests that we have tonight. Should we start bringing some of them in?
I think we should.
Well, first of all, I think that this man deserves no better introduction than we have one Mr. Chris Clark here tonight. Hello, Chris.
Sigh. Hi, guys. Hi, how you guys doing? I'm here repping my Scary Movie Squad. I have the cookies and cream design, which is the white one. You can also get the red one, whichever one you guys desire, on our TeePublic. I can't wait for
you mean this TeePublic right here?
That TeePublic, yeah, the teas of the public, yeah.
Where you can buy all of our merch.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, PJ, quick question.
Quick answer.
What time are we doing Bill and Ted on Sunday?
I'm thinking it's going to start about 4 p.m. PDT.
4 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. There you go.
Let's rock into Halloween. This is the start of many. I can't wait to watch these horror movies with you guys. I love watching scary movies. So let's get down to slaying.
I am very excited, and I know that you're a big scaredy cat, which makes this all better. I can't wait to see you scream tonight. There's few things in life that give me as much joy as a scared Chris Clark. Yeah. But also joining us tonight, making her return to the PJ Campbell Network for the first time in quite a while, we have one Miss Abby Friel back. Hi, Abby.
Hello. I'm super excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for texting me 5 minutes before we were going live and asking if you could be on.
Yeah, you didn't need to expose me like that, PJ, but I'm excited I'm here. So
I'm excited to have you too. And like horror movies are a new thing for you. You've just kind of been jumping into it, correct?
Yeah, I have seen this one before and I like this one, but I still am getting used to watching them. So I'm hoping maybe watching it with y'all, like virtually, will like help me through this, but I think I'll be fine.
I think you got this.
Cool.
And one man that we couldn't do this without, who it was really his idea to start this in September to begin with. You guys know him from the Movie Trivia Schmodown. He's known as the Tank. It is Mr. Tim Franco. Tim, how are you, sir?
Hello. Excited to be here to watch some scary movies. Scary movies in my life, and now my dog started barking. So that's great.
That's the life of a corgi, is that they literally wait till the worst possible moment to start barking just to make you look bad. So it's okay.
Yeah, I might mute myself on and off.
Well, there's one other person who understands how wonderful it can be to own a corgi, but also how loud they can be. She is the mother of Kara. She is our favorite Kristen Smith.
Yes.
Let's watch this movie, guys. We're ready,
excited.
Right?
We are ready. And I think that this is pretty much it, because one of our idiots is currently late to the proceedings. If you guys haven't noticed, Pat Hogue of the usual gang of idiots is currently MIA. We don't know when he's going to be here. He said he was going to be late, and yeah, that's correct. Who's the worst person here, and why is it Hogue?
Because he's not here.
But I'm super excited, you guys. This is going to be such a great night where we get to go back in the way back machine to revisit a film that kind of changed horror cinema in a lot of ways. This was like arguably the slasher film that broke the slasher film mold after Psycho, and it just trailblazed the 80s into what would become the slasher dominated era of all things horror.
You can't forget Peeping Tom also.
Well, yes, but the point still stands. We start with John Carpenter's Halloween because it was also like a mainstream horror success, even with critics for the most part, and was, became very important for that in and of itself. So I am super duper excited to revisit this with you guys. Does anyone have any thoughts before we go in? Has anyone here never seen it before?
No.
No,
I think we've all seen
it. I think we're all going into this as experts.
I've only seen it once. Has anyone seen it more than once? I feel like everyone here has.
I've seen it probably 30 plus times.
Okay, cool.
If you tuned into our top 10 films discussion, this movie was number 3 on my list. So
okay.
Yeah, it's been brought up a few times.
Yeah, this is in my top 25 films of all time. This is a movie I adore very, very much, and I'm excited now to share my love and passion for it and your all's love and passion for it together tonight on this very special beginning of the Scary Movie Squad. If this is your first time here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to count down from 5. When I say go, you're going to hit play, and we're all going to watch the movie together. We're going to commentate over it. We want to hear from you guys in the chat while we're talking about it. We'll bring up your comments and everything as well. And don't forget, we also have a Streamlabs account, and this is very important because the Streamlabs helps us keep all of our lights on, if you will, here. And so feel free to donate.
Sorry.
Thanks, Abby.
Oh, they're so delicious, those goldfishes.
Everyone donate to the Streamlabs.
Abby loves those
He's sad.
fishes
All
because
of
they're
that
so
was-
delicious.
He's very.
Oh.
Oh, there he is.
Look at who it
Hey,
is.
your money.
Fashionably late, as always. Mr. Pat Hogue, who actually made a scary movie. Hi, my friend.
PJ, if you're not going to make an entrance, what's the point?
Well, I already called you an idiot live on stream before you got here, to be fair.
That's fine. It's setting an expectation that I can rise above. Because as we know, my kind of reputation on here is to disappoint people, especially with the movies that I've seen and the movies that I haven't seen. And speaking of the movies I haven't seen, I am very excited that we are watching the first Halloween. And that rhymed, and I didn't mean that.
Hold up.
Wait, you've not watched the original Halloween?
I've never seen a single Halloween movie.
Wow.
Oh,
And
Wow.
I am a hack.
Directed a horror movie and you've never seen Halloween?
Holy.
I just my
Directed
brain.
a horror movie?
Then we got to get started. He's got to watch this.
Yeah, this
Yes.
is a heartbreaking situation here, but now we're going to rectify that shit. So I'm going to count down from 5. As soon as I say go, everyone hit play. We're going to watch Halloween. Hogue is just destroyed everyone here, so let's do this. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
I really enjoy that when you put comments up, they're gonna cover Hogue up.
It's
That's
like
fair.
It's a good look.
This
It
comment
fits my
is
reputation.
so on point.
Wait, I don't get it. Why is it scary? Why is this a classic? It's
Oh
just
my
a
God.
logo.
I mean, does the music tell you right off the bat this is going to be scary?
It's so interesting that Pleasance is literally the first person that is credited in this.
Well, he was the big
Exactly.
name. I mean, I think
What's
he
he
made
famous for?
the most money, which wasn't a lot on this film, and he wasn't even their first choice. Their first choice was Peter Cushing,
Yep.
and he turned it down, and then Christopher Lee, and then he turned it down, and so Donald Pleasance was the third choice.
This score is just.
Oh, it's so
You gotta
good.
give it to
It's
this
so
music.
good.
I just
have-
realized
It's so
Annie's
good.
last name, the girl who plays Annie, is last name Loomis.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Is there a connection? Kyle Richards, Real Housewife Kyle
No,
Richards.
and
a
actually,
queen.
and actually, the Sam Loomis character is more of a send up to the Sam Loomis character in Psycho,
That's
Yeah.
right.
And then
I'm watching that next week.
and so
for
is
my
Marion
horror class.
Chambers, the
and
nerd.
in Scream, they did Billy Loomis.
Yep.
Billy Loomis, what the fuck? Billy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Isn't Halloween famous for just like completely batshit insane like continuity and just
Yes, it became a,
sisterhood and
It has
It
a
does.
bunch of different timelines basically because they've retconned it like three times.
I've always called it the Choose Your Own Adventure horror series.
Yeah,
Well, and then you
basically.
have the third one that has nothing to do with anything
Which is
else.
great.
yeah. And
Which
they
is
try to make it
it's so
anthology.
good.
The
It's
third
so
one-
good.
The third one takes place in a universe where the Halloween as a movie exists, but it
Yeah,
doesn't take place in the Halloween universe.
right.
And then the
Wait,
third
but,
one, they're watching.
but it's really
Halloween.
good. It's like yeah,
like
it's
it a
really
lot.
really good. I like the third one.
To note, this was shot by Dean Cundy, who did
Yep.
Back to the Future and a lot of classic.
You did Back to the Future, Jurassic Park,
So this is
Roger Rabbit.
our home state, Abby. We
I know. That's why I was like Haddonfield, Illinois.
Your guys'
Oh,
home
yeah.
state of Pasadena, California. It's funny because Haddonfield, it was like the same place that they shot Hill Valley, so it's like very Back to the Future like.
Yeah. Also, the little chant by the kids there at the opening saying the quote is so creepy to me still. Like, it's just that you have a bunch of little kids like saying this little nursery rhyme, and it's just so setting of the mood.
I mean, you can literally have small children say anything if they say it in the right way,
That's true.
and it becomes really creepy.
Ew,
Well,
that's so gross.
Nightmare on Elm Street straight up used that to their
I was
advantage.
gonna say Nightmare on Elm Street made a whole thing out of it.
Yeah. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. Come on now.
So to get these these shots, they use the Panaglide, which was like a competitor of Steadicam.
Yep.
And it looks so great still all these years later.
Well, didn't they use Steadicam?
No, they used Panaglide, which is a competitor of
I thought
Steadicam.
they used a lot of Steadicam too, though.
I don't. It's possible.
They
It's
use
very
something.
it's very good at simulating like footsteps, which is hard to recreate, like especially with a POV.
That little
God,
musical,
score.
that little musical bit right there is always really creepy and unsettling.
Yeah. It gets you right, like, it sends shivers down your spine because it hits just right every time.
Meanwhile, I went and saw this in theaters a couple years ago in Chelsea, and it was filled with a bunch of Chelsea hipsters who laughed the whole time, especially when that little musical cue went, oh yeah, they were all like, wah, wah, wah. I'm like, go eat a fucking avocado toast and leave me to my bitches.
That's one of the things I hate about sometimes going to like these like screenings like that when you have like idiots like that.
Yeah.
That don't appreciate things.
I'm sorry, Max. Go eat an avocado toast.
Bitches.
Hey,
is what I said.
That's the meanest.
Yeah.
That's the meanest thing Max has ever said.
Fun trivia fact: the knife.
I've been a bit of a heel lately. I've been a bit of a jerk.
The hand.
you called out Donald's cat.
I did.
So.
I hate cats.
Spoilers.
The hand that just grabbed the knife was actually Deborah Hill's hand, who's the producer.
Isn't that
And
his
the writer.
wife? Is that his wife? John
It was his
Carpenter?
girlfriend at the time. They're not married, and I don't think they were ever married. But they were together at the time of this film.
Knowing the reveal of who this is and at the age they're at, it is like you do notice like, all right, they wouldn't be above the light switch or this high above the table.
How do you know the reveal if you've never seen it before?
I've
Another
seen
funny-
like I know a lot.
He's
of
probably
things,
seen the Rob Zombie one because he's a loser.
because I.
Another
love
funny thing
myself.
about what just happened is that's like one of the shortest sex scenes in cinema. It was like 1 minute and 5 seconds long.
Especially for a horror film.
Yeah.
It sets the precedence of like, just don't have sex if you want to survive a horror movie, though.
Oh my god, the way it covers Pat's face.
It's
I
the
know.
best.
I'll I'm gonna work with it. It'll be a recurring.
That's what
thing
happens
throughout
when you
this.
show up late and you get the bottom spot.
Yeah, I would have been bottom spot if Pat hadn't been
The bottom spot.
late, so I'm happy.
Max really is the
I
heel.
love this shot through the mask. Oh,
I-
so cool.
I even asked to be on this 5 minutes ago, and I beat Hogue. So, ew.
Listen,
No one looked.
Abby.
I mean, it's just a boob, Abby.
Ah,
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's just a boob.
Yeah, I
And a
bought
little
that.
tush. Don't forget the tush.
And she's wearing underpants.
Yeah.
John says that everyone likes boobs, so
I like how it makes you feel like you're inside the mask.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they got the POV thing throughout the movie.
Yeah.
And I will say, PJ, as someone who oh god,
Yeah.
Oh, I won't talk over this part because bad stabbing.
That
Ow.
heavy breathing, too, just really sets that
Yeah.
whole mood and the whole tone.
It just makes you feel claustrophobic.
Wait, what do
Yeah.
you guys see on screen right now?
He's walking outside.
eyes.
the
He's
car?
outside.
Yeah, the
He's
car.
outside.
Outside. Now it's black.
And now he's about to stab some.
Michael?
Michael?
That just look on his face of pure blankness is so interesting.
And I love the pan out.
Yeah.
I forgot about that whole thing. Like, that's his sister or something?
Yeah, it's his sister.
Yeah,
he was
dude.
Pennywise before Pennywise. Stressed as a clown.
You really started that trend. Look
I
at him
love
go.
this score.
It's very simple. It's only like 3 chords, and it's really like in either minor or major keys. It's really good.
And this is
Hey,
the thing.
it's our grove, John. Our grove.
Smith's. Oh.
As
John
someone
wanted to
missed
watch,
Grove.
but he also didn't want to be on camera. So,
Is Smith Grove real?
hi, John.
I don't think so.
Car
Hey,
cut his
John.
eye. Car is the new Jason. or whatever.
Is Kara watching this?
Michael?
I hope Cara's watching this. This is great.
No, Car is asleep.
Oh.
No. We don't need her getting ideas.
She already has evil tendencies. The last thing we need to do is fill her with more.
And here's Donald Pleasance, the Great Lake Donald Pleasance.
It's a good beard.
It is.
It's a good, well-trimmed beard.
Because it is the law.
What other good stuff has Donald Pleasance been in?
Halloween too?
Well, he's
Yeah.
in You
Prince
Only
of
Live
Darkness.
Twice. Prince of Darkness.
Yeah, Prince of Darkness.
Prince of Darkness is great.
What's the other John Carpenter? Is
Prince
he in the
of
Mouth of
Darkness.
Madness?
Prince of Darkness.
Prince of Darkness. He's in Prince of Darkness.
He's also in Escape from New
guys,
York.
is he
Yeah.
in Prince of
He's the
He's
Darkness?
the president.
Is
He's
he
in
in
Prince of
Prince of Darkness?
You know, I'm really glad you guys
Yeah.
brought up Prince of Darkness. He is, in fact, in Prince of Darkness.
You guys
Oh.
said it like 7
I-
times.
This
I-
part always freaked me out as a
I'd
kid.
heard
Now
that
it's
he was in
great.
Prince of Darkness.
Is he in
so-
what has he done with John Carpenter?
Well, there was Prince of Darkness and Escape from New York.
Can another comment come up and block my face? I don't want to be a part of it.
I fixed that, by the way.
Isn't he in the Great
Aw,
Escape? He's in the Great Escape, isn't he?
Yeah, he is in The Great Escape.
Wait, test it out then.
Tim, I also am with you, by the way. This always terrified me as a kid. This whole sequence is
The sequence
really
when they come up on the grounds. Yeah, it's so scary. And the music.
Yeah.
So here's my question: if it terrified you as a kid, why did you keep watching it?
Because I love scary movies.
Just in case anyone was wondering.
Even as a kid, I love scary
As you
movies.
can see on the screen in Prince of Darkness.
If Prince
That's
of
a
Darkness
great
comes
poster.
up in the Schmodown anytime soon, you all heard it first.
Prince of Darkness is awesome. Because
should
it's
make that a
about
double feature.
it's about what if the devil was a green slime.
Really?
So are they transporting Michael?
Oh my God! Of course, PJ has it on.
They're
steel
going to
Blu-ray.
pick up Michael to transport him somewhere.
Yeah.
But obviously now the plans are changed.
Yeah.
It was interesting. And obviously, we're going to watch 2018's at the end of all of this, but they definitely tried to homage to this, and it kind of worked. But
Even in the
not
trailer,
same.
you could see it.
I kind of already regret watching this because it's scary.
It is in fact
I think
scary.
you'll be okay. I think you'll be okay.
Does
That's
2019?
fine.
Was Donald Pleasant alive for 2019's or no?
No, he died.
He
don't
was
know
it
when he died.
96? Because I think
Oh,
that
okay.
Halloween 6
Oh,
was the last
Yeah,
movie.
because he died during the making
right.
of that movie.
But you know
yeah.
what he was alive for?
Prince
Prince
of
of
Darkness.
Darkness.
I was gonna ask if he was alive before or after Prince of Darkness.
Prince of
I'm going-
Darkness.
This
Oh my
scene
gosh.
is
Yeah.
so like it's claustrophobic in all the right ways, and with the score, it just oh god, it's so good.
And of course, Michael Myers is played by the great Nick Castle,
Yep,
who went on to be a director.
yep.
He did play Michael though in some shots though in the new one too.
What did he direct?
He did The Last Starfighter, Dennis the Menace.
Oh, shoot.
Dennis
Wow.
the Menace,
Can't remember
Walter
what else.
Matthau. That's great.
Yeah.
Like with Macaulay Culkin?
No, it's some other kid. that
What am
plays
I
him.
thinking of? Richie
thinking
Rich.
of
You're
Richie
thinking
Rich.
of the Page Master. If you're thinking of the Page
Dennis the
Master.
Menace has Walter Matthau and Leah Thompson and Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, I think she's
Was
thinking of the
that-
Page Master.
Michael that just took the car?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Oops. Christopher Lloyd in Dennis the Menace is one of the most unsettling characters
Yeah, he's so good.
ever.
What you got there, sport?
Ugh.
Apple.
Beans.
Dude, these long shots of just these long shots
Apple.
in
Yeah.
the town with the music is just so unsettling.
As somebody who grew up in a town like this is
Me too.
completely accurate,
I just like
along
how
with
the,
serial killer.
I like how the editing is just letting itself breathe and it's not really pacing itself. It's just letting.
Well, yeah,
the
because
scene
it's gonna
breathe.
get crazy later.
Yeah.
They're letting everything like just draw out.
Yeah.
Oh, Kale brings up an interesting point. Castle also co-wrote the Escape films.
It's Nick Castle guy. This is quite the ingenue.
What does ingenue mean?
I think it's like young, like impressive protege, like somebody who's like ahead in their field at a young age. So that
I
doesn't
think
apply
a
to
more
Nick Castle.
appropriate term would have been Wunderkind.
That sounds
Without
that sounds
spoiling
like
it for Hogue,
I think this is my favorite bit of music.
It's pretty
how
good.
how
This
do you
whole,
guys
like,
feel
you can redo
about
this.
the 2018 film?
I like it.
I
quite a bit.
know.
I liked it a lot.
This movie's spoiled for me. I know. Or do you mean don't spoil the new one?
Just
I don't-
like, how do you guys feel about it? Like, how do you feel about like Laurie Strode in that one?
I
like
like it, but it's not my favorite of the sequels. I think it owes a lot of what it does well to H2O, and I think that H2O gets overlooked a lot in that fact. I actually think H2O handles a lot of her storyline a little bit better, to be honest.
I heard
PJ,
good
do I
things-
make the promise of watching the other Halloween movies in between this one and when we watch the last one?
I don't think
do
you
I
need
try to
watch
do
the
that?
others.
I would gladly watch a couple of them with you.
I watch them every year, so I'm already going to be watching them all.
It might be a thing.
I watch all the Friday the 13th and all the Halloweens for Halloween season.
It's been
I
a
love-
while since I've watched all of them, so I might.
I've only
This year.
watched up to 3. I know I've heard good things about H2O.
4's good. 4's good too.
4 is great.
4's really good. H2O's great. Part 6 is great just because it's so stupid and zany and crazy.
It has Paul Rudd.
And it has Paul Rudd.
Well, I mean, if you're going to have one of those types of actors.
If you like stupid and crazy and zany, you're at the right place.
Is any sequel worse than Go Wild Rugrats?
Yes, Resurrection.
Yeah,
Okay.
Resurrection's the worst.
I mean, I don't think I would watch any of the Halloween movies over both of the Rob Zombie movies. I think both of the Rob Zombie movies are awful.
Okay, that got me. That got me.
It's just enough. You can just see enough of it, and that's all you need.
And it's like, this movie is famous for the embodiment of evil and how simple it is. And like, that's my favorite kind of horror. And so I'm excited to see.
The lingering shots, the cinematography.
It's really
so well.
Just over his shoulder watching her.
Yeah,
like,
it's just so eerie and like, just let it breathe. Yeah.
Yeah, it lets it breathe, exactly.
And you can hear him breathing too, which is ironic.
Well, and her slowing down, her like.
You know what other movie lets stuff breathe?
Prince of Darkness.
And I believe this is Dr. Wynn, who obviously, if you follow one of the timelines, becomes important to the franchise in parts 5 and 6 because he's the leader of the Cult of Thorn.
Yes, that is correct.
So they just delved into like the obscure characters of the first movie and fleshed them out. That's cool.
You can say it's cool.
Oh, is it
interesting?
Is it good?
Matt was not a fan of the 2018 film.
I mean, I know I've come across a lot of people that didn't like it.
Yeah,
I love it. I think it's great.
I thought it was. Yeah, I loved how violent it was because I did like
how violent it was.
I didn't like it. I didn't think it was overly like doing like a Rob Zombie film where it's just violent because it's Rob Zombie, which I actually do like a lot of Rob Zombie movies, but I didn't like his Halloween films.
I like one movie he's made a lot.
Am I into the impression that Resurrection?
Which movie is that?
The Devil's Rejects.
Yeah,
that's good.
I really like House of a Thousand Corpses. Too.
I like House of a Thousand Corpses.
I really liked the Horror Night House of a Thousand Corpses last year.
There it is.
Didn't that guy just pass away too?
This shot right here.
Wow.
Yeah.
And hold on, I'll wait for it to finish.
Yeah, this whole sequence is really fun.
Because what's great about it is you expect him to be gone. Because that's what most films would do. Most movies would she'd look back and he'd be gone, but he's still there.
That's my favorite of just like, no, it's freaky. Just like that kind of
like, it's real. He's there. It's not your imagination.
This is interesting too because she's talking about fate right here, and the idea that
talking
this
about
could
a completely fake thing, which is really funny. They just made it up on the spot.
Oh, and the car's gone too. That works. Oh man.
Hogue is acting like this wasn't made by one of the great filmmakers.
Again,
that scene worked. Wow.
The Thing is one of my favorite movies. So it's like, I know John Carpenter.
I mean, to be fair, he'd only directed 2 movies prior to this when this came out. So.
And one of them was a TV movie.
Yeah.
And I'm so familiar with like the kind of horror movie like this established, but to see the originator really does kind of set the standard of, oh, I get it. Like, it really, this early on, just was ahead of the pack.
So many different actors have played Tommy Doyle.
Yep. That is my namesake, Tommy Doyle, right there. He's being bullied, you guys.
You guys know who's playing Tommy Doyle in Halloween Kills, right?
Yes.
Anthony Michael
Hall, yeah. Yep.
No, I thought it was PJ.
It should be me.
R.I.P. that pumpkin.
Yeah, that was a good split.
Boogeyman's gonna get you.
He's just a guy. It's like this movie is just hitting the ground running.
You're evil.
I just tried to get my roommate to watch with us, but she's already scared.
Oh no.
It's so weird that like this is the format for every slasher film, but like every slasher film doesn't have the presence of the slasher this prevalent this early with all the characters. Like
I love it because it makes what happens later so much more effective.
John Carpenter.
I keep thinking that this movie's like, this is part 1, and then like we're gonna go to the hospital in the last act because I used to watch them both back to back.
I mean, part 2 in many ways is like the third act of this movie.
It kind of felt like it. That's why I like the second.
Because it's on the same night.
Bop to this song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. This song is like Bumping in the club. Let's go. Abby and I and Kristen are just off in our own world.
Hey kid, want a bike?
Hey Georgie, you want a balloon?
No, not that.
We're not going to be doing that on this.
No, I don't believe we are.
Popcorn.
No, I will literally leave the street. I will literally go home.
Okay.
I am home. But
You'll just go into the basement.
Please don't scare Abby off after she just got back.
I just joined Scary Movie Squad 5 minutes ago.
Scary Movie Squad.
Everyone get your shirt.
I love how like just foreboding Loomis is all the time.
Yeah. I love Donald Pleasance.
It's your funeral.
You might say that he's
in the second
looming.
In the second one, he's like, this guy comes out of his house like, what's going on? These trick-or-treaters are going to be the death of me. And Loomis looks at him and goes, you don't know what death is, and then just runs away. That's how part 2 opens.
I mean,
It's
that's
like,
the only way you can
sheesh.
open it, I think.
Let's imagine those kids though being like, all right, yee.
You don't know.
Your
Lighten
drink
up.
is so viscous.
What?
Tim.
Hey Max, can you count me down at 5 before you guys get to 20?
20 minutes?
Yeah, I'm
I got
paused.
Oh. All right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Thank you.
Technology is great.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
think the Amazon version has 10 extra
Linda
seconds.
action. Totally awesome. Totally.
Don't encourage him, Matt. Don't encourage him.
I appreciate to encourage him, you have to cover his face up. So I feel like that's fair.
It's a fair trade.
Every time it does cover me, I go to a zone and it's terrifying. Like, I see things.
Can I just take a moment to appreciate that this movie actually let teenagers be teenagers? Like, it really felt like you were hanging out with people who were just trying to live their Halloween night together.
Yeah. Not dissimilar to Halloween Town.
Very good, Chris.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I like Calabar's Revenge.
I'm more of a
you like
Halloween
Halloween.
Town High
I like the
person
first
myself.
Yeah, Halloween Town High.
I like Halloween Town.
I haven't seen the other. I've only seen the first two.
They're all really
Yeah,
good.
I've only seen the first two as well.
They're all really good, though.
I would argue that the third one is the best one, and the fourth one a lot of people hate on, but it's perfect.
I didn't even know that there was a fourth one. I didn't.
Yeah, with Sarah Paxton as Marnie Piper.
I had no idea.
Yeah, there's that one. I don't know why they recasted her, but
It's funny. Jamie Lee Curtis
Dude,
wanted to originally be one of the other two girls because she identified more with them as like her personality.
oh,
Ah, that music.
I know.
Oh, it's just Devin Graham.
No, it's Devon. Yeah, Michael's super cute.
I listened to a podcast all about this movie, and they joke about
right.
that part. They're like,
They-
"Who says Devin Graham's cute?" I mean, you know Devin Graham, the guy that has the off-white skin and the tuft of fake human hair.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate that they yell at the car and Michael legit stops? And you're in this moment where you think he might get out because he's so unpredictable.
Well, imagine like that you're one of like the people who sees this like first, right? Before
Yeah.
everything gets spoiled and all that. And you have no idea what this movie is going to be.
Yeah.
And that car just stops and you're like, wait, what's about to happen?
Oh, it's so good.
Now you kind of know nothing happens yet, right? Like this is a well-paced movie.
I would love to be the people who saw this like first in the theater and had their fresh reaction. That would be so cool.
There's a great. You can look up YouTube videos. There's a great videos of like people's first reactions watching this,
Oh,
and it's awesome. Like people are like freaking out. It's great.
yeah, you were talking about another person like went through like the Lord of the Rings trilogy or something.
Oh yeah, like people's first time watching it.
Yeah.
But no, there's actual video or like audio of the audience reaction first time seeing it.
Oh,
The
really?
fact that this was all shot in Southern California, it makes me laugh.
No, it was shot in Smiths Grove, Illinois.
God,
Shot in Pasadena.
it's done such a good job of like associating the theme with Michael, so that even when he isn't there, when the theme comes, you're like, where is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel for Abby right now. She's like huddled in a corner on the couch, trying not to be scared.
No,
right
I'm
now.
getting relaxed.
There is
because I don't
someone
want to be
sitting
like,
right there. I can see an arm.
what?
There's an arm.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
Oh.
The hedge. The hedge.
You
Look
can
at him.
come over. My roommate
The-
Grace is here and she's watching.
Whoa. Okay.
All right.
Hello.
Did you hear that? She said hi, PJ.
Oh, hi, Grace.
PJ says hi.
He just like Nick Castle is the guy playing him in this movie.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
just knows the perfect like movement to feel human but inhuman. Yeah, hit that bush.
And that's really the key to all of this is the fact that you should feel that inhuman quality to
He's
the
the
character.
shape.
Yeah, he's the shape. He's not a
It's
human.
funny because he like talks about he said he wasn't really ever given direction. He was just told to walk from point to point, essentially.
Hey Nick, act like you. All right, like a killer.
I will say the only thing I like about the Rob Zombie films is they cast Danielle Harris as Annie.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm a big Danielle Harris fan. So
she is good in Halloween 4 and 5.
Oh, poor Mike. He's like sharing
Yeah,
a name
Damon-
with the killer. Often
Damien Lloyd.
he feels uncomfortable
Don't worry, Mike.
watching
We
him.
don't
Listen.
think that you're going to kill us.
I'm Patrick Bateman. Like that's the problem.
Are
like,
you?
well,
Uh,
Yo,
Well.
not
Are you?
That
well.
flower. in
Show
her
me a
is
business
bothering me.
card.
I don't have
Daniel
one.
Harris was in that movie Camp Coldbrook, which I thought was pretty good. That Joe Dante produced it.
Who's in it?
Daniel Harris.
Oh, nice.
Hmm.
She was in a movie, like one of those like body switch movies called Wish Upon a Star or Wish Upon
That one.
with Katherine Heigl.
Not
Yeah.
Wish Upon a Star, or not Wish Upon. That was the one that came out a couple years ago, where it was like a little box and she
Yeah, it
wished
was the
on
mystery
and
box
then
thing.
it was really bad.
That
Can
sounds
we-
so familiar. I think I might
It's
have
something
saw
It was a
similar
horror
to that.
movie.
Can we acknowledge the excessive amount of chest hair that cop had? Like it was
It was the 70s.
shooting
though.
out.
That was
Can we-
normal.
Can we also acknowledge the fact that Jamie Lee Curtis's scream sounded like Chris Clark when he screams?
It's true.
that.
Chris, I do appreciate your lighting. That's a wonderful.
Oh.
We worked on this.
Oh,
This
yeah.
was something that we worked
We
on.
did. We
It's
tested
good.
out multiple options.
But just for
Good.
Chris. The rest of us were like, we're going to be well lit, and Chris is just going to be really creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen,
I-
I'm excited for
I-
Halloween. Are they trick or treating at 4 in the afternoon?
Most people do because of
That
safety
Yeah.
reasons. You don't want anybody
I
stealing.
mean,
You
you'll come to
start-
see
you-
they have to because the parents all go to parties.
Where I grew up, you can only trick or treat from 3 to 7.
Yeah, it's once it gets too dark, it's too dangerous for kids to be out
Oh,
walking around in the neighborhood.
Matt,
Freaky Friday
yeah.
remake with Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
that's good. Yeah.
Oh,
I think my first Jamie Lee Curtis film was her Yoplait
Oh my-
commercials.
Her-
my first
Oh,
Jamie
wait,
Lee
didn't-
Curtis
no,
film
didn't
was
she
Blues
do
Brothers.
It's
Yeah.
Activia.
Oh.
It's Activa, I think, isn't it?
Sorry,
Activia.
y'all. I'm such a fake fan.
Mine was definitely True Lies.
I tried to have a really funny joke. Yeah, they all were like, it's Activia.
My first Jamie Lee Curtis film was Blues Brothers.
Oh, that she's not in that. That's Carrie Fisher, bro.
Wow.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
like,
never
wait.
mind.
Mine was probably this or Trading Places, but
Has anyone here seen a Jamie Lee Curtis film besides this? We've all been.
Wait,
Naming.
wait. I thought she was in.
Abby,
oh,
don't make me drop you from this.
Okay, I'll leave.
he's in Trading Places. I got that
Cutie,
right.
cutie.
If Abby goes, I go.
Oh God.
Wait, was Jamie Lee Curtis in Prince of Darkness?
No, but you know who was actually? It's really interesting. Donald Pleasant.
Yeah.
Is Jamie Lee Curtis in Prince of Darkness?
I also like
I
how
don't
that.
think so.
Unfortunately, no.
You know who's also in Prince of Darkness? The guy that plays Wang Chi in Big Trouble in Little China. It's literally the only other movie I know him from.
Oh wow.
I feel like we need to have a Prince of Darkness watch along now.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it seems
I feel
I
like
mean-
like you've mentioned it enough.
we can sneak that in.
Is it? I think it's on Shudder. Or it was.
I think it was taken off recently. It was on Shudder for a long time. I don't think it's on there
Can't
anymore
wait. I can't wait for Netflix to take Sleepy Hollow off right before,
We do
Uh,
it.
We have to watch it.
because they did this last year. They took it off and like.
though. Yeah, a lot of stuff disappears right before Halloween. It probably costs more to have it.
Mike, I'm now expecting a Prince of Darkness slice on the wheel.
Just the whole
Oh,
slice.
if I could.
I mean, there's a Carpenter slice, isn't there?
There is.
Yeah.
Every question the next time it gets pulled should just be Prince of Darkness questions.
Who appeared in Prince of Darkness?
On what YouTube channel did they spend 2 hours talking about Prince of Darkness?
While not watching the actual movie.
Right.
Christian would kill me, and it would be funny.
I'm looking at the edges of the frame for Michael, and it's scaring me.
I'm really feeling like her bell-bottom 70s pants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she's
Solid.
on the wall, like, yeah.
She is.
I just really love the air of uncertainty where everywhere she looks, she thinks she's going to see him.
Well, I feel like I am too. Like every
Yeah.
corner, I'm looking for him. Of like Midsummer or like but this is like the classic kind of.
It's kind of the
he
Jaws
could
effect.
be there.
Yeah, it's kind of.
You know,
it's
I mean,
Jaws
it's
effect.
it's interesting that the only thing you really need to build tension is tritones and dissonant chords.
Yeah.
Sure.
Keep going. Just
If you
keep
guys
going.
ever want to go visit the Myers house, the location, the people that live there are very accommodating, from what I've come to understand.
So what
That's
you're
really
saying is we're going to
So
do that the
you're
next time
saying
we're in it.
if I show up there with a check, they'll sell it to me, sight unseen?
they're
So, are we gonna have a scary movie squad?
they're
field
much
trip?
more accommodating than the Poltergeist house people.
Oh.
Yeah, the Poltergeist house people do not
I
like people visiting.
I want to buy the Home Alone house. Last I checked, it was on the market.
Oh yeah.
Then you can
yeah,
move
we'll
in
go
with-
sale.
Then you can live by Kristen and I.
Yeah.
Max, as long as there's a room for me, I'm happy.
There's not a room for you. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. You could move into our guest room.
This
Okay.
part's really funny because this guy's trying to tell a story, and then you'll see like Loomis just like interrupts him like kind of comedically right when he's getting ready to get to the point of the story, and they never go back to it.
Yeah.
And then he took the knife out, and what can you tell me about this place over here? See?
Yeah.
Loomis is like, I really just don't have time for this.
And then he proceeded.
It's not dissimilar to like the whole gag about the people just telling you stories and not.
How strong do you have to be to friggin' pull one of those out of the ground?
I mean, you can use a shovel, PJ.
You think kids did this?
No, but I assume that Michael, being Michael, could probably do it.
I'm guessing he used a shovel.
I mean, they've already established he has like super kind of human strength because he broke the windshield with his open palm.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
he had a wrench attached to his hands. Like it shows a wrench that he used to break the glass.
Did he?
Yeah, it shows like there's a wrench sticking out of his sleeve that he
You know,
had in
no,
his hands.
Fun
That was his
fact,
hands. That
Will
was just his
Ferrell
hands.
is
No,
one of the
there's a
dudes
wrench
doing
in
the
there.
cowbell on this song.
He is.
Chris,
Boys and girls, we need
it's
more
an SNL reference.
cowbell.
More cowbell.
Lucked out with Jamie.
More
It's funny because like they like sing songs in this movie, like the characters do, but they're all like fake songs because they probably spent all their music budget on allowing Blue Oyster Cult to be in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, Michael's in the background, guys. I don't like this.
I mean, you're literally just not gonna like the majority of this movie if that's.
Yeah, I'm upset.
That's kind of the whole.
You're really
point
not
of
going to
this
like to
movie.
hear that. Let me just tell you.
But the
they
fact that
worked
it's
out with
not
Jamie.
bringing attention to it bothers me in a good way.
Yeah. That's this whole
What?
movie.
Oh, that's a
important
cop.
thing
Never mind.
right now is Abby okay?
Oh no, that's
You just
Michael.
said that?
I said it. Are you okay?
Oh yeah, no, I'm chilling. Do you want me to sit up?
No, I'm just making sure you're okay.
Yeah.
There's
Are they
Abby's
smoking
dad.
reefer?
What happened?
What happened?
And they're like, why are you yelling? Because then the alarm goes
Why
off.
not?
Sounds like Kate Mulligan.
What happened? Well, they are in Illinois. So.
Yeah.
Has she been in a John Hughes movie? She seems like a John Hughes actress.
Who,
Maybe
Annie?
because he looks like Jennifer
Yeah.
Grey a little bit.
I don't
She
know.
really does.
Done
At
Annie-
this point.
The character, the girl who plays Annie was
Looks like she
in-
could be
was
John Hughes.
the girlfriend of Tommy Lee Wallace, who was one of the writer. He was one of the editors and the production designer, and then he was the director of Part 2, and I think he
And Resurrection.
but did he also do Part 3?
No.
Talk about
But
nepotism.
Annie is in Part 3 as the main character's ex-wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can actually see Hogue. It does kind of feel like a John Hughes movie some other points. A little bit.
Can we talk about how interesting it is, by the way, that all the characters seem
Just like the Pee-wee's Big Adventure moment.
They interact a lot. Like they cross paths frequently without ever actually being together.
Man, this movie. Not having seen it.
Direct part 3, by the way.
Is still like
he did direct part 3.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah.
I weirdly enough, having not seen this movie, I was still excited for the 2018 version because to have this kind of reintroduction to these classic like 80s/70s kind of aesthetics and horror like killers was really exciting. Even Halloween is the classic.
You know what else is classic and should be watched by everyone?
Prince of Darkness.
Wait, what's that?
Perfectly like goes over Max, Tim, and
As the true Prince of Darkness would.
They're talking about you, Tim.
I don't think he gives a Franco.
It's okay. Ben Tramer doesn't make it past the second movie.
Oh, that
That's
music!
sad. I'm sorry.
You guys know who Ben Tramer? Who's seen the second movie?
Well, you're Ben Tramer. So.
Isn't Ben Tramer the one?
Who knows who Ben Tramer is?
He's the guy that gets killed in the closet and with the security guard, right?
No, Ben Tramer's the guy that's wearing the similar looking.
Oh.
And they think they killed Michael, but it's not.
And then, but that's a huge spoiler you just gave.
Did he like?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't the only one who saw that.
Oh my god.
I thought it was like a remix. I was really impressed.
Yeah, Tim
Wait a
Franco, the
second.
remix.
I just saw my
What
name.
You like skipped and then went back and skipped and went back. And
Yeah,
it was
it was
amazing.
It was like a remix.
You were like,
PJ,
similar.
what the hell is this?
What does the box
Oh,
say?
don't worry about that.
What the hell is this, PJ?
I didn't do that.
Oh.
That literally wasn't me.
PJ, this is your house.
That has nothing to do with me. There's other people with power here.
Just because it's his house don't mean he's in charge.
Max, you are the heel.
I'm surprised that you saw that after like 48 minutes.
What's it
Because I
mean?
just assumed that people were taking care of me, not plotting against me. Ah, Michael, get some sun. You're too pale.
Well, it's a mask.
It's a
It doesn't
Captain
matter.
Kirk
He's
mask,
still
by the way.
pale.
Yeah,
Cap-
just an
Cap-
inside-out Captain Kirk mask.
Yeah.
Nothing scarier.
No, I don't think it's inside out. They just
No, it's
they
painted
it
white.
I thought
They painted it
I thought
white.
it was inside out, and then they painted it.
They painted it white and then they whitened the eyes.
Oh, okay. I thought they had turned it inside out to paint it.
I don't know if that works with a mask. I don't think the
The hair
facial
wouldn't be
features
there.
still.
And the hair, they'd have to redo the hair and everything.
Oh, that's true.
No,
I don't know
and
why.
I don't think they were willing
thought
to
it
put
was
that much
inside
work
out.
into it.
Oh, what's up, PLD?
Look at this crew, amazing. Yeah.
Is sheriff only spelled with one R? Is that
It's one R and two R, right?
I guess
Sheriff.
so. That's what the car said.
What did the car say?
It is one R.
And now Hogue is muted.
Yeah, the car actually said "Chitty Chitty Bang Bang."
You know what movie has cars in it? Prince of Darkness.
Shut up.
It does.
I was just gonna say Cars.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
maybe Fully Loaded.
Of course you
On
were.
brand.
The fact that all of you didn't say Herbie 96 with Bruce Campbell is an
Or
abomination.
we could have kept in line with John Carpenter movies and just said
Christine.
Christine.
I would just like to appreciate
That's
what
the man-eating
Hogue
car
is still
movie,
doing.
I know, right? Look at him.
Is that he doesn't eat people. He just kills. The
Yeah.
car kills.
I
car
thought
just
I
kills-
thought it ate somebody in the trunk thing. Oh.
Well,
Just
Yeah,
it
smashes
doesn't
them.
see-
it doesn't like eat them. Like, it
Briefism
won't
knows what's up.
digest. It's just a car.
Yeah, Prince of Darkness is one of those under the radar John Carpenter movies that no one knows.
Hogue is still
really
doing
well.
like a full-on fucking musical number now.
Whatever he needs to do to keep himself from being scared.
I don't know if he knows that he's muted.
That's the secret to success. Yeah. Oh man, I'm glad you guys all heard that because man, your
Man,
lives
we
are gonna be
missed
a
the
lot
secret
easier
of
now.
success. That really sucks.
Ooh.
Can we just appreciate that the one person that was more worried about being here tonight was Abby because she doesn't do scary movies, and one of us here has to dance just to make himself feel better?
I definitely don't do scary movies.
You never.
Me? Never.
Ah!
That
That's
movie
pretty
didn't do anything to anybody.
I'm glad.
Actually, I'm probably going to end up watching Halloween 2 after this tonight.
passed on this
Halloween
movie.
2 is amazing.
Is Halloween 2 and 4 and 5 and all them canon for you? Or did you like...
I mean,
two for me is
I take
canon.
it is where I just take what I like out of each movie. I mean, I'll follow the actual canon, but I don't. It's not like those movies don't exist and I can't ever watch them. So
Yeah.
So what I think happened is after the events of this film, Laurie took a lot of mushrooms, and then each sequel is just her having
like
like
that.
hallucinations about what could have happened thereafter.
I like how it's like a pick your own adventure, like PJ
Yeah.
said.
I will say I do prefer that he's not related to her. So I'm glad that's gone.
This
I
moment,
like the idea that Michael is just evil and he has really no motives for like
which is
what he does.
which is why I love this whole thing right here. This whole idea of that everything
talks
behind
about how
Michael's
he
eyes
spent the
was
He
just
spent the last
evil.
12 years trying to keep
Ugh.
him in there. Pure evil. It's pure evil. The devil's eyes.
And that's so true, by the way. Like, Carpenter's
Well, that's what
always
happened.
Oh, sorry, Tim. Go ahead.
No, I was talking about the movie. Something else. You go.
Well, I was gonna say, like, Carpenter's always been very good at like finding the Americana, if you will, in how we react to things, and like he's always had some sort of social commentary. And this idea that here, if you warn people that Michael's out there, they're gonna see him everywhere, and that's so true to like the boogeyman that we create, right?
Even before that, of just like the psychiatrist that was supposed to help him at some point, like tried to lock him away, like stop this. And it's just once you can't find a solution to a problem, you just bury it, and it's that's not
Tarantula Man.
right.
Oh, dude.
It's a pretty good
I'm afraid
space
of
outfit.
spiders.
I'm afraid of spiders too, and needles.
I'm glad you're afraid of needles.
What?
I'm not afraid of needles.
Have you ever seen that scene in Saw 2 where they throw the girl in the pit of needles?
Oh yeah. I've seen all the Saws.
I should
Multiple
put that in the title
It's a
sequence.
pretty it's one of like the worst ones, honestly. That particular scene.
I'll tell you what I'm afraid of.
Hey, Aaron Turner, horror and stuff. What's up, Aaron?
Hello.
I'm afraid of
Aaron.
Nazis.
Dog.
Yeah, me too.
I don't like Nazis.
Me
Those
too,
are bad.
Me too.
The real
Oh my God, Queen, Kyle Richards.
No, keep the dog.
Hey,
in
that
the-
little girl right there was Abby, literally right now, like watching
Sitting
something
on
on
the
a
couch.
couch. Like,
That little girl is like she's like a reality star now. She's
Yeah, she's on Real
Kyle
Housewives.
Richard. Yeah,
she's on
the one
Real
of the Real
Housewives
Housewives.
of Beverly Hills, and she will be back in the next season, or not next
And
season,
next movie.
movie. And
They're bringing her back.
She in one of the episodes, or no, not in an episode, but in an interview, she said that she even got her Botox taken out for the movie. So she
What
had a good time.
That's
I didn't-
commitment.
I love reality
My
television
Botox
shows.
worked.
You just stick the needle in, you're like, all right.
I don't know, or I think she just stopped doing it. I don't even.
Making a withdrawal.
How often do you get Botox, PJ?
never. Thank you for asking, Max. I'm
I
already
think-
too handsome to worry about that.
Sounds like another show. Botox.
Max, don't give me that look. Don't give me that look.
See, now we know what
That
John
part's so scary,
Carpenter
dude.
can
The
do with
boogeyman's
like,
outside.
but like we know what John Carpenter can do with like scary things in the daytime. Now he has the nighttime to play with. That's what the rest of this movie's gonna be. It's just imagery during the darkness of the night.
The biggest flex of this movie is that he also wrote the goddamn music.
Yeah.
Like, bro,
Yep.
come on, bro.
Because the movie
performed
really,
it.
or the music really
I know.
makes
Wrote it
makes
and
this
performed
movie.
it.
And his score for Halloween
Yeah.
18 was amazing.
Oh, that shot right there.
And Halloween 3 has a really great score
It
as well.
does.
It's much more like it's kind of like a bridge between like Halloween and like Escape from
Ew.
New York. It gets a little bit more electronic and synthy.
Yeah, more synthy. Yeah, like Tangerine Dream
She
almost.
wasn't wearing a bra.
Ew, she's naked.
Yeah,
Can you
naked.
imagine a horror film with nudity? Oh,
I mean, she's wearing underpants, so she's not
But
really.
she took off all her clothes? That's
Yeah, I was found this part kind of funny. She like spills like a little bit of butter and she like takes all her clothes off to go wash them.
Yeah, no, that's how you do it. Isn't that what happens when you spill butter on your shirt?
Oh, I do strip naked.
You just strip down to your underpants?
I do have to say, I find the look of a woman wearing a man's button down and like just in her underwear is very like classic sexy movie look.
Wait.
Oh
Max,
no!
Seen, up in the air.
Don't hurt the dog.
Yes.
This is the only scene that I really hate.
Oh yeah.
I don't like when dogs are in horror movies.
That's-
just as a general.
Yeah, I'm very.
There is a website called Does the Dog Die?
Wolfie. Wolfie's just fine, dear.
Has anyone played Last of Us 2?
No.
No one?
Poor doggy.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Whenever there's a dog in a horror movie, I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
There's a recent horror thriller creature feature that features a dog heavily, and I was delighted with how it turned out.
Because it didn't die.
I don't know how they got that shot of the dogs like just relaxing.
Can we?
Yeah, they
real quick,
did a good job with that.
I love this,
they're
by the
watching
way.
The Thing.
They're watching
The
The
Thing.
Thing, which Carpenter would later remake just a few years after this.
The Thing from another world.
Have you heard the news that he's involved in a possibly newer remake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
It's a reboot again, I think, similar to the prequel.
I would prefer that.
Yeah.
I would prefer like a reboot as opposed to like in
I will say
continuity.
I didn't hate the prequel. What I hated about it was that they got rid of all the practical effects and switched it out. for
Yes.
CGI.
Me too.
That's what ruined
why.
it. 'Cause if you look at what they had designed and what they had already kind of created,
Well, they
it could have
had
been great.
practical effects.
Yeah,
they
they
had
had built a
practical
lot of
effects
stuff.
that they just decided
Hi,
we're going to
Liz.
CGI over them. And it was like, why? Because the practical effects you had were really good.
I'm
Also,
only leaving this up so long because I want to cover.
Also, I want to show this real quick. I think that Aaron's totally right. Brad Dourif as the sheriff was one of the better call in the zombie cast.
Brad Dourif
And
is
I
always a good call, honestly.
He's great in Lord of the Rings too.
I want to show something real quick. If
What
that's
is he
great.
playing? Lord of
What
the
did you want
Rings?
to show, Max?
He's Grima Wormtongue.
Rima Wormtongue.
Grima Wormtongue.
We're back to
Those
Prince of
steps-
Darkness.
Yeah.
Brad Dourif was not in Prince of Darkness though.
No.
He should have been.
But you know who was?
Donald
I
Pleasance.
will say with the
Victor Wong.
2011
Victor Wong
Donald
is in it.
Pleasance.
remake
I'm so
of a
proud of
thing.
you, Abby. You're putting it all together.
See, this
I
is
mean,
why you hired me as a
Tune
writer.
into the
Ethan.
Schmodown
Exactly.
live in a couple weeks, where one of the questions is ultimately going to be which actor appered in
Donald Pleasance
John
appeared in
Carpenter.
Halloween, directed by John Carpenter. What other John
Other
Carpenter film
movie?
does he appear in?
But that's a
Just
leading
wait.
question, though, because
Yeah,
there's
you
also
got
Escape
to
from New York.
specify.
Is that a round one or a round two or round?
I
Oh my
do
god,
want to
this
say-
shot is so
I do-
good.
I do want to say real quick, as somebody who has never seen this movie, who's a big horror fan, and like to provide like the commentary of like someone new to this movie has done such a good job of setting this up as just normal people and a creepy guy. What do you do with that? And I'm like terrified right now.
That's
I
how
am
it feels
fucking
every time we get on a
terrified.
call with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is he gonna do?
What
Is he
what
gonna go
show
back
will
to-
he make up today?
to-
A lot
to
of time.
Pennywise?
John says she used too much
can't hear
detergent. That's his commentary for this movie.
It's gonna be.
I
so
agree, especially for that small of a load.
To the chat right now, I see you guys talking about Exorcist 2. I just got the chat
Wait,
release.
hold on.
Exorcist 2 Electric Boogaloo?
Yes.
Is she asking the dog to open the door?
Yes.
No,
We
she's
have
not
to
Your
gonna-
dog
investigate
doesn't
something
open the
here.
door?
PJ, you own a movie?
My dog
Me?
is dumb as door
No.
now.
No. I would never buy a movie.
I meant to say
Mike
this
okay?
earlier, but the voice of Paul on the phone, her boyfriend, is John Carpenter.
Ooh.
Is my
Facts.
mic okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Somebody said it was like low for some
Count Clarkula 8788.
8788 yelling out, yo.
Yeah.
Am I good? Okay, Humpty Dumpty. Okay, good.
Guys, I just get so enamored with this movie.
I thought you were going to say with Annie.
No.
I like that movie too.
It's a hard knock life.
This is the
Oh.
opposite of Annie, but yeah.
It's kind
That'll
of-
come out tomorrow.
Daddy Warbucks just comes out of nowhere.
It's the way
Like,
I
I
mean,
know
Donald
like too much
Pleasance does
about
kind of look like Daddy Warbucks. He doesn't have hair.
yeah.
Aw.
Ow.
This little girl is literally Abby right now, who's just like uninterested in doing anything other than watching it.
You're honestly right. This is me in every movie.
It is a watch along, so.
I know. It just makes me laugh.
Ow.
How do you manage that?
That was the 70s. It was.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she was smoking some grass, so who knows?
I guess
That's true.
Right, but like,
I
who
haven't
does
figured
this?
out, like-
Who is like, oh, I'm stuck.
Like TV.
How unfortunate.
Yeah, I once got stuck in a toy chest that was shaped like a turtle when I was a kid. I mean,
Chris Clark comment.
I shouldn't like. Yeah, but I had to get cut out, so I understand that.
I had to get cut out.
Thing you learned.
It's a long story.
Did they use the jaws of life to save you, Chris?
Yeah, my dad had to cut me out of it, but yeah, I remember it vividly. I had to get cut out of
A turtle box.
Yeah, a turtle toy box. I
You
don't
could have
know
been in the
why.
master. You could have been in the Master of Disguise.
I should
Your
have,
entire life
Yeah.
has
called a
been
landmine
made
problem.
because of that movie.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
haven't seen that before.
I'm so I'm so on edge. Like
Yeah.
seriously, because I don't want this person
So
to die.
did you have to like put a number in to call
Oh,
a
the door's open.
He's there. He's in.
Knock, knock. Anybody home?
He's gone. Fuck.
He just wanted to borrow some butter, some eggs.
He's in the house. I don't like this. He's in the house. Guys, tell me he's not in the house.
Didn't the
I like the,
Wingers make a short
Put your
film,
windows.
Halloween homage?
Yeah, what was it called again?
I can't remember. It was really good though.
Oh, it's called The Shape, I think. isn't
Yeah, it was the shape.
Yeah,
the one,
it was
yeah,
really,
it was
pretty
really
dang good.
It was good, yeah.
What if John Carpenter's
It's on their YouTube.
What if John Carpenter's new version of The Thing is how they introduced the Fantastic Four into the MCU? That would
What? I'm not drunk enough for you to say
Stop.
Chris Clark, you bring such joy to all of us.
What?
Abby, what?
I mean, pardon the pun, but that seems like a stretch, Chris.
Oh,
Chris, that was beautiful.
Oh, well, yeah.
It was
no
like
one-
fire, if you will.
There's no one's utter nonsense I enjoy more than Chris Clark's. Okay, Andy is still
You're
in
not
her
wrong.
underwear and she's on the street.
I mean, that's normal.
God, Aaron, I have it pre-ordered. I can't wait for it to get here. I actually bought red cases for all the movies too to put them into when it gets here.
PJ.
Yeah. What? What?
Hi.
Why not? Dude, did you see how good it looked when I put
You
the
walked
others
in
in
and
it?
said, "I want to watch TV," and if that also isn't me,
That's true.
Is
That
this
was
a
literally
pre-
you before we started. Hey, can I come watch a movie with you? Yes, absolutely.
I feel like if I showed up at any one of your houses tonight and was like, "Can I watch a movie on your couch?" Y'all would be like, "Yeah."
I
This
think
is
we
true.
would say yeah. I think you'd be like, "Oh, hey, nice to see you, Max. Yeah, sure."
Question for
Straight
the
up
group:
red Blu-ray cases, Kale. I'm telling you, yes.
Is this a pre-Star Wars movie?
No, it's a post-Star Wars
Came
movie.
out the year after.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So it was probably made like during it at the time. It's entirely likely that the production hadn't seen it when they were filming it. Well, this is definitely a pre-Alien movie.
This movie only took like 4 weeks to shoot. Pretty quick.
Lazy. Bunch of bums. Can't even spend a good amount of time making a movie.
Yes.
oh my God, when y'all do, you have to let me know.
I can't wait when we have friends visit us.
Yeah, I
Abby,
can't
what's
wait to
your
actually come
blanket?
visit you guys again.
What is my blanket?
Yeah, it looks like there's a like
You should
overall
guess
design
what.
to it.
Yeah, you should guess what 2019
It looks like a
movie it is.
horse in like
Yes.
space.
Well, no,
It's Seabiscuit.
no,
It's Frozen. It's Frozen 2.
it's Frozen too.
It's a moose. No, it's Oh, a wait. moose. I
No,
have
it's
that
a
blanket.
reindeer.
Oh,
It's a reindeer.
Yeah, it's a reindeer.
His
So
name
bad.
is Sven. My 2-year-old knows that.
Would you like to see my blanket?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Max. Let's see it.
These long, lingering shots,
Ooh.
even
What
with
is
the wind
that?
and stuff. Jesus
That's
Christ.
Troll Hunters from
Troll
Netflix.
Hunters, yeah. Troll Hunters is pretty good.
Yeah. As someone who made a horror film at night, night Wait. shoots are
The worst.
a nightmare.
Well, because you have
I
to make sure it's not grainy.
I produced a film where we had So to you're tired. film a guy bicycling, and it was snowing, and we had these big lights set up, and I was sitting on the back of a U-Haul truck next to the camera operator as we're slowly driving the truck to film him bicycling. Thought I was gonna die.
Yeah, you accept a lot of like life things in those moments, and you're like, I hope I've come to terms.
Probably not, because you're gonna be dead.
I don't want Annie to die. I like her.
Well, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? She's not about to be.
Oh my god, wait, I forgot about that.
I thought we had Josh McCougar or something.
Annie, are you okay?
Oh man,
I forgot about that. Oh my god.
Are you okay, Annie?
I think she's dead.
Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Oh,
hey Chris, are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine.
It's creepy too because you can hear his like weird manic like breathing when he's doing it.
Yeah.
That's a interesting death face she chose.
Slashed her, man.
That's an interesting death face.
I'm gonna change my name to
Clip
Lindsay
out
Wallace.
that
You should.
thing of Chris and
Wallace.
in the watch-along opening.
Yeah.
All right, who
Chris,
knows what movie they're
I live
watching?
for those moments.
What movie
Who
we're
knows,
watching
who knows
right
what
now?
movie? Who knows what movie they're watching?
Oh,
They're
what
watching,
movie we're watching right now, Tim?
Prince of Darkness.
They're watching Forbidden Planet.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I
Was
would have
that
figured
not
it out
upsetting to
after
anyone else?
we saw the spaceship.
Was what
I mean,
went
I've
up
seen this-
to anyone else?
I've seen this movie
Shut
a
up,
million
Max.
times. Yeah.
It's also mentioned in the intro.
Wait, Hogue, did something happen?
Shout out to that.
I
Howard
hate
Duck.
all of you.
Like honestly, like Lindsay Wallace is just cracking me up because I am currently watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
You
And
never.
Yeah,
Where
and so I just
are
like
you?
am imagining all the cat fights
This
she's gotten
this
in.
part's creepy too, right here.
Yeah, this part is pretty.
Oh,
Like,
So you're
Yeah.
imagining literally all
Like-
the stuff she's done in reality TV.
That's so creepy.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, this
amazing.
is creepy. Not her being strangled to death.
No,
No, he
this
didn't strangle
part,
her.
He
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 slit her
knifed
throat.
Her.
He
He
slit her
knifed
throat.
her.
Hogue.
Our nightmare.
Look,
Nice.
all I'm
Slit
going
her
to
throat.
say
He didn't
is
strangle
if they're
her.
going to fire Dorinda off of New York, then they need to fire Lisa Rinna as well.
Oh my god! Wait,
Oh,
what did you just
Lisa
say?
Rinna's
Can
the
you
one with
repeat the
the
first
lips,
part?
right?
I said if they're going to fire Dorinda off of New York for her actions, then Lisa Rinna needs to go too.
Lisa Rinna is problematic.
Let's just take a moment to.
Can we start a reality
say-
show, like recap show
Let's
on the
just take a
PJ
moment
Campbell
to say
Network?
that.
Yes,
so
Abby,
many
I'll let
horror
you run it and
movies-
everything.
So many
Cool.
horror movies would be avoided if adults just like listened to children.
What do you think that's saying about like society?
It's true.
I mean, the fact that we don't listen to children.
If anyone's seen the Gus Johnson video on that, it's pretty funny and pretty accurate for anyone who's a Gus Johnson fan.
Daddy, there's a monster outside my room and I need a glass of water.
Okay, so
Signs?
Signs?
Yeah.
Signs.
yeah,
I knew exactly where you were
and I
going.
need
One
a-
of my
this?
favorite
Who
movies.
knows what this is
if
from?
we don't
The
do a
Mummy
watch
was in my
along.
closet.
What did you say?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I said, who knows this quote? The Mummy was in my closet.
Is that from?
Prince
Monster
of
Squad.
Darkness?
It's
Monster
from the Monster
Squad.
Squad. Yeah.
I got it.
Oh.
It's when the army arrives at the end and Eugene's like, the Mummy was in my closet.
Yeah, I was thinking of
he's
Under
the one
Wraps.
that he's the one that called the army.
Dude,
The little
this
kid.
right here is so hilarious to me.
Lonnie,
He's
get
like,
your ass away
Like
from there.
that's scarier than Michael.
He's
Honestly,
been-
like
he's been so scared all night,
He's so
but this,
happy. He's so
look how
about
happy
it.
it
look
made
at
him.
his
Aw.
face.
I
Like, why is he
know.
being
He's like,
so
I did
creepy?
something good.
Get your ass away from
That
there.
wasn't like I did something good
Lonnie.
smile. That's like a creepy smile.
I think that kid is in the new one too. I think Lonnie is going to be in the new one as well.
This
He
movie
is.
is so simple.
It is, right? Like, that's why I think it's so effective.
Art.
Being so simple makes it more scary.
Yeah.
You don't need a lot for
Because
horror.
this could happen
turns out.
to anyone.
Well, that's
it could
why this,
happen to you.
and that's like the whole thing to like being in anywhere Americana town. It felt like it could be anywhere, and that's what makes it so spooky. I grew up in a town like this, and I
Yeah.
couldn't walk down the street without feeling like I was waiting for Michael to show up under one of the spotlights in the street.
Well, you only
This
have
is
to worry
another-
if the music starts playing.
I don't know how to tell you this, Kristen, but there's no actual score to life.
Oh, I have it.
Clearly, you
don't have
haven't been
a
around
life
me.
score?
That's fair.
But I'll
The
say
score
this
to
as
life is
like
your-
someone
your
who
Spotify
recently
playlist.
made a horror movie that like we did a lot of test screenings. We did a lot of like early versions and a lot of rough cuts, and it's such a fine dial to find out like what people find like scary. Of we cut a ton out because you just didn't need it. You just go like you really just need the bare bones, and at some point that your mind creates like the other parts, and like showing Michael just like behind the car with just his mask fills in the rest that you have later. And I'm blind. I don't know where I am. Okay, I'm back.
Well,
Comic
it's
came
interesting that you say that too, because Hollywood has decided that movies need to be long and complicated. This movie is a sleek 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Like you're in and
90
out
minutes
very
flat.
quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, these glasses.
This is this is a very
almost-
troublesome line right there. That's like the most troublesome line of the entire movie.
Yeah.
What did he say? I totally didn't even pay attention.
He says that he'll rip her clothes off, and then they can rip Lindsay's clothes off.
Oh yeah, that is very troublesome, and
That's
that's
very, very
not okay.
Not okay.
Fun fact: the character of Bob was originally supposed to be played by Dennis Quaid, who was dating PJ Souls at the time, but then for some reason he wasn't in the movie.
Wait, why was he dating PJ's shoes?
Yeah, PJ Shoes probably aren't
Wait, what?
great.
PJ Souls.
Oh,
PJ Souls
in this
PJ
episode.
Souls is the name of the actress that plays Linda.
Hey, Annie, are you okay?
No, she's dead, strangled with her throat slit. Everybody okay?
She was strangled. She
I
got
think-
Niv.
I think everything that happens with them is the scariest stuff in the movie.
Yeah, I do think so too.
Oh yeah,
this
especially
scene.
the stuff with Bob. I mean,
Yeah, horrifying.
Yeah.
I will backtrack. That is actually the one bit of direction John Carpenter gave was the Bob stuff.
There is my favorite kill is involving him as well.
Yeah, this whole
Oh, it's easily the best kill of the movie.
I mean, everyone's gotta love the Bob kill.
Oh my god.
That's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Oh,
Man,
That's
what a
probably better
bummer.
acting.
no!
Who
God.
carries around a pumpkin like that?
Also, who carves a pumpkin on Halloween night? Come on.
Right. But like you have a lit pumpkin you're just carrying around the house. What a fire hazard.
This is true, Liz.
I wasn't gonna mention it, but I also agree.
Well, yeah.
The
The correct
corgi fighting like demons.
the
in
correct
background.
plural of corgi is core guy.
Poor guy.
No, it's corgi.
It derives from the plural of penis, which is peni.
Is that serious?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Max and I literally had this discussion.
We did. In depth. In depth.
How do you find that out?
I don't know, Kristen and I just enjoy talking about peni.
Oh god.
It's not penises.
You're showing our hand too much.
Hand peanut.
This is what people are expecting from our Halloween
Ladies and
commentary.
Gentlemen,
We were
Pete,
talking
yeah.
about Michael
Scary movie
Fassbender. We were definitely talking about Michael Fassbender. That's
oh, yeah,
the
if you want
context.
Shame.
Does he have peni? Or
Have
like
you seen the film
No,
change?
Shame?
Shame I have not.
I mean,
There is a shot of his butt, and his penis is so pronounced. You can see it hanging down below his cheeks.
yeah.
But so then you think there's two?
No,
Well, because it's so big that there might as well be.
might as well
You
be.
talking about Michael Fassbender?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It'd be cool if he had two, though. That'd be interesting.
Then you could have one in each hand.
What is
Back to
happening?
Halloween. BJ
Yeah.
is so uncomfortable.
Yeah. Sorry, we were talking
This
about
isn't Gucci
penis.
verse. This is the PJ Campbell.
Man,
movie.
we went somewhere tonight.
Anyway, back
Oh,
to
I forgot
Prince
to
of
respond
Darkness.
to the Gucci verse.
I'm hoping for at least one more Chris Clark screech.
I really need another. We're also
I
gonna have to
mean-
clip that out.
I was honestly surprised
let's
when
just
Chris
throw
was
an
so
Exorcist
You
excited.
can't watch
Yeah.
if you're married.
Let's just throw
Oh, yeah.
on a YouTube
That's
clip of
true.
Exorcist Part
At my
3.
birthday
Like-
dinner, my sisters and I did have a
What
little
fire
conversation.
hazard?
What a
What?
fire hazard.
Like who puts a pumpkin next to their
I mean,
bed?
that is a fire hazard with all that friction. Come on.
Maybe it's a like a flashlight in it.
Okay,
maybe
who
it's a
has
fake
ever had a jack-o'-lantern in their house?
In their house? I have fake
I
ones.
would put it on the
I
fridge.
shout out Mike K. I can't believe this channel doesn't have over 300. Thank you.
I mean,
Yeah, not
you
wrong,
come
Matt.
to watch the commentary
This
on
movie
a
was
film, and you
ours, I
stay
think.
to listen to us talk about Michael
Mike,
Fassbender.
bless you.
See, if this was a Friday the 13th movie, Michael would just, shove a spear through both of them.
This is true.
Yep. That'd be a very, what was it? The Final Friday, if you will.
The
Final
subtitles
chapter, right?
on this
Yeah.
are really funny. The subtitles on this are just really funny. Both moaning, both breathing heavy. Sighs, because it's kind of quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Also, now she straight up just starts smoking. Also, like
Yeah,
these
this is
people have
very-
no problem with almost burning this house down.
That's
I
why
mean,
it's
but
not
that's
their
like
house,
a
why?
thing.
we didn't start the fire.
PJ Souls was in a movie right after this movie that I love called Rock and Roll High School, which is the Ramones
Oh,
movie.
I love that movie. I used to watch it with my sisters because they loved the Ramones.
So good.
I love
I
that
own
movie.
it, but it's also on HBO Max right now if anyone hasn't seen
Have
it.
you ever seen the sequel?
No, I actually haven't seen the sequel.
Okay,
It was like
Brett,
a TV movie, and I think
Definitely.
Corey Feldman's the lead.
But also, she should be going to go pee right now.
Oh no, he said it. He said, "I'm gonna be right back."
He should be. She
With
should be
Randall,
going pee
rock
right
and
now.
roller.
Like, take care of yourself. Don't get a UTI before
can't-
you get killed.
You can't.
All
even
right, so
smoke
here
All right, Hogue.
is the best kill in the series.
You're not wrong.
Spoiler
Listen,
alert.
I've seen compilations, so like I've seen the clip notes,
Bob
but
Pickett, by the way. I don't know about
He oddly does look like Dennis Quaid, and now I can't stop thinking about it ever since Tim brought it up.
only he was Kevin Bacon.
That's Friday the
Bacon.
13th. Oh,
Yeah, Kevin Bacon. 2 years later. 2 years later,
Bacon
he was in
sounds
Friday the
good.
13th.
We don't have any bacon. Down.
Which is
Just these
technically-
little shots right here where it's like the door is left just ajar enough that he goes to look.
But not just little. It's one take. It's been
I
going
know.
on for almost a minute now, and it's like the harsh shadows, the moonlight coming through the windows.
Chris.
Look at Chris.
It's just like you can like feel the weight of what's happening.
And he's just
Yeah.
crushing his windpipe.
Oh God, he's going out pretty bad, y'all.
I mean, he really enjoys the strangle knife.
But
Oh.
this right here is like the reason it works so well is
And then
Michael
he stays up there.
takes the step back to examine his work and tilts it.
Yeah,
And
John
you see-
Carpenter told him to look at it like he was admiring like a butterfly
Yeah.
collection.
Yeah,
The way the head tilt is so effective.
and it sounded like an egg. So
What?
when he,
What?
when he
Okay.
clamped on the guy, it
This-
sounded like an eggshell.
This scares the crap out of me. Like on a visual level, I
Yeah.
don't know why. I just find the sheet with the glasses so creepy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, especially
Of course,
And
Oh,
he
this was
didn't
copied
get your
later by
beer.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, Beetlejuice definitely lifted from this.
But just like Michael has enough agency to like put the glasses on above it, and like it's not that he's just aimless. He's smart. Like
Michael's the
he's thinking about this.
Michael's the original incel.
Ugh.
Good intention.
Yikes.
Poor Freya. Freya is upset.
Oh.
See, this is unsettling. This is so unsettling.
Well, especially her starting to get upset about it, like something's wrong.
Where's my?
I'm gonna do
I mean,
my hair like
I'd be
that.
upset too if I didn't have my beer.
It would look very nice, Abby.
Thank you.
It's very like Farrah Fawcett.
Yeah,
I
I've
mean,
been actually thinking about getting like actual curlers.
all right. I'm here for it.
How much work is that though? Like, is that
You know,
like
you
how
do it
much
before you
prep
go to
is-
bed, and then you just undo them in the
Yeah.
morning.
But like
It's not
time
that bad.
requirement.
This
Is that
music.
like 30 minutes or less?
You practice, and you just get really fast at it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So probably
that
like
right?
less than 30.
which would be faster
Okay.
than what I do now. Ew, look
you
at her
sleep with it?
boobs.
Ew, look at her boobs.
Quote on the oh my god.
Moaning
gosh.
continues. Thank you, subtitles.
No, mine was like grunting.
Yeah,
Mine
says
now says
grunting.
grunting. Yeah, I had moaning continues and also grunting. So,
Panting. No, I have
Good
panting.
sleep.
Freya.
The way that the sheet comes down in that moment when the body disappears is so good.
Well, someone else has already
Too
done
late.
it.
Oh, that
And
music.
he's dead.
Did you order the number 5?
I'd like to submit myself for the Patreon. Okay. That house shot, like, they get so much out of it.
Having it be like 2 houses across the street from each other, just from like a logistical standpoint, is so smart.
Yeah.
And part of me kind of wants to hold off watching the other Halloween movies until we see the 2018 one, because how do they contain it the way that this movie does? Because this movie is just, at some point, just 2 houses. Like, yeah, Loomis is out there doing stuff, and, like, we have the sheriff, like, doing his thing, but it really is between Michael and these 3 girls that we know. And it's like, it feels real, which is the horror of this. It's like, there's no big backstory, there's no big, like, anything. So, like, the 2018 one, even just seeing the trailer, you know that there's, like, the legacy of, like, I know Michael, and, like, what's this, and, like, the town, and everyone's preparing for it. I'm like, this movie is just, like, crazy guy, 3 girls you can relate to, and a guy who knows the crazy guy. And, like,
I
Go.
just love this music so much.
DJ, I
the
can't
movies?
stop thinking about Joe Iconis' song.
I know, right?
I like how basically the whole last act of the movie is just a chase, and it's insane.
It's a cat and
He
mouse
took it-
game.
Yeah.
Carpenter took inspiration for the theme from Goblin's Suspiria theme and Tubular Bells from The Exorcist.
Nice.
Wait, Exorcist came out before this?
Yeah, 1973? 73?
73?
Yeah, I'm going to look. It's one of those years.
Because Exorcist is.
I think 73 is right.
73.
I know my movie release dates sometimes, guys.
Sometimes. It's a good thing because
you
you
should.
write the
You know what
question.
movie release date you don't know? The
Oh,
Lincoln.
no.
When did the Prince of Darkness
Thanks,
come out?
Max.
You're the Lincoln lawyer?
God,
Yeah, I
that
did.
hurts. Prince of Darkness, I want to say that's like 86?
83, 86 maybe? Yeah.
Wait, what movie are you talking about?
Prince of Darkness?
It says coming to theaters in 4K at the bottom. So.
Because they did a 4K release of it last year. I'm looking now. 87. I was off by a year.
Well,
87's
Yeah,
a good year.
because
I no longer trust your judgment.
Thanks.
86 was Big Trouble, wasn't it?
Yeah, actually, I think you're right.
You know what? We found out what the 87 means in my thing. It's the release of Prince of Darkness.
I'm really glad we got you there, Chris.
I thought it was because your parents didn't know if you were born in 87 or 88, so you're like, I'm going to put them both on in one of them.
This shot right here of her walking out and just like the overall sense of dread walking towards the house with the
Also,
music.
the way her hair is casually
Yes.
blowing in the wind.
Yeah, like it just, dude, it's so creepy. And Carpenter directs it with such elegance, and it's so.
But it's
good.
also like, this is what you need with horror. Don't make it big. When you make it this small, you can have a character walk into the scary situation and it's believable. Not like,
Well,
like people screaming at the screen of like, why are you going in there?
I mean, but like also, why is she going in there?
Because her friend's there. Like, she doesn't know any better. Like,
The
why would
lights
she?
are all off.
I don't know, but like, it's Halloween night. She's curious.
I mean,
Well, I think that's actually part of the thing with the zombie films that don't work, is that Zombie went so big with it, and he lost the idea that Halloween should be scaled backwards. I'm always going to contend he should have remade Texas Chainsaw if he was going to remake anything. That's so
fair.
more in his wheelhouse than Halloween.
I mean, he kind of did. Like,
Yeah,
House
I
of
mean, I
Wild
just-
Corpses is
House
kind
of Corpses
of.
is very Chainsaw and Chainsaw 2.
It's very, very, yeah. It's
I'm not the biggest
incredibly
fan of Chainsaw.
inspired by. I'll be nice and say that.
That original Chainsaw movie is rough to sit through.
I mean, that's the point. Like,
I mean, I still like it a lot, but it's
not an easy watch.
I mean, it's probably got one of the scariest moments in my opinion, which is where Leatherface hits the guy with the hammer and then slams the door.
Yeah.
It's so scary.
Oh, yeah.
It just makes me feel dirty every time I watch it. Like I need to shower right
I
afterwards.
think the part where they cut the girl's finger open and they actually did it
Yeah.
was probably the scariest part once you learned
Abby, have you seen
that that's
Texas Chainsaw?
actually her finger getting cut open.
I've not.
Well,
I
didn't
it's a
know
movie.
that. I did not know that, and now that makes it more horrifying.
well, because they were having issues with, they didn't use fake blood. They were having issues getting it to look realistic that they were cutting her finger with the use of the, it's not fake, so it doesn't like stick as well as the fake stuff does.
Yeah.
And so she just got really frustrated and she said, just cut my finger open.
Okay, that's a. Okay.
Yay!
Yay!
I'm like, wow, that's commitment, but also like, don't do that.
I think
The brother in
you're the one
Texas
who's
Chainsaw
sorry.
is one of the most annoying characters ever.
This movie's so short.
I know.
It is.
I love it.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be long,
Are all the Halloween movies short?
For the most part.
Yeah, they're all about this length, I would say.
Because I can't foresee this like going on for 2 hours.
I feel like 18's the longest in the franchise.
I don't think you're wrong.
I mean, I'd have to really look, but I think that's correct.
think
'cause
Some of
H2O's
the
only
sequels
80 minutes.
feel really long.
Really? Oh wow.
Yeah.
Some of the sequels feel pretty long. I'm not gonna
Yeah, they do.
What's everyone's favorite sequel? And don't say Prince of Darkness 2.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
Prince
favorite
of
scene?
Darkness.
the Halloween
Halloween?
franchise.
I mean, it's not part of the lore, but Halloween 3 is probably technically my
Yeah,
favorite.
I mean,
sequel,
I was
but-
gonna say the same thing, but that feels like such a cheat answer because it's not like a direct continuation of this.
Yeah, if I stay within Michael Myers, I'm probably going to say it's either 4 or H2O.
Yeah, I think I'm right there with you.
I've only seen 2, and I like 2 a lot.
I honestly think mine is 18, but for a while it was H2O.
I just love H2O so much, and I know that it's a nostalgia thing at this point. Like, I get why people don't enjoy it.
The great part of H2O is that it successfully marries Halloween with all of the 90s slash.
That shot is so creepy.
Yeah, that with the headstone.
Oh, God.
Horrifying.
I didn't like how Zombie did it in his movie either. Like, it was such a different feel, and it was in the
Like
attic.
this is a very calm feel, like the calm
Yeah.
before the storm type feel. You walk in and you're just like, wait, what is this? And then you realize what it is, and it gives you time to
shot.
like focus on it. And then that.
I love you, Chris.
But
I
like
completely
that's
forgot
the
about that.
great thing about this movie is it does give you time to
Yes.
focus in on stuff, and it frames it in a way that you really are focusing in on it and you're understanding, and then it does the jump scares.
And then, of course,
Jamie Lee
this right
Curtis,
here.
greatest scream queen of all time.
Yes.
Yeah.
That shot of Michael's face in the dark.
Yes.
Ugh.
What Mike face? Oh shit.
Dun, dun, dun.
How did she not die?
Well, he didn't hit her arm.
And
No,
this
from
is in
the
the title
stairs.
sequence.
Oh, well, she
So-
didn't fall on anything important.
So the longest Halloween film is actually Rob Zombie's remake. It's 110 minutes, and then 2018 is 106 minutes.
Okay.
Well, that just
That's still
makes me
106
dislike the
minutes is
zombie
still
one.
not a
little
long
more.
movie, though.
No.
No,
No,
it's not. It's a short movie. It's only 14 reels.
14 reels.
13 reels is 90 minutes. 14.
if it was
reels.
shot on film.
Like, honestly, the score is so simple but so effective. It's not fun.
This movie would not work without the score.
No, 100%. Like, and
Mhm.
and it's so simple what he does to create tension, and it's just no resolution. Honestly, the whole movie is there is no resolution to anything musically, and like you crave that resolution when you listen to music. And so when there isn't, it just sets your like spine tingles because of it. Like it sets you on edge when stuff doesn't resolve.
Right.
And it's such a simple thing to do, but works so well. Like the fact that he has held on this note for literally a minute at this point.
I think
Liz has got a great idea.
I think she's wrong. No.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I will never be one of the nominees because I don't scream. I won't scream during these movies.
I can't because I will wake up my child. But I think Chris wins.
Chris.
I mean, I don't scream in it. Even I get scared from screaming. I don't scream.
What you guys don't understand is when something pops up and I see it, like I have an uncontrollable urge to scream. So anything,
I love it.
Yeah, it's something that's wrong with me. I think.
Have you seen Exorcist? Chris, have you seen Exorcist 3? You need to watch Exorcist 3.
Because I've seen these shots, but every time something pops up, I'm like, oh god, I need to control
my favorite
Exorcist 3 has the greatest jump scare.
My favorite will always be the time that Freya jump scared him.
Oh yeah, Freya did jump scare me.
That will always be my favorite.
That was
this shot of Michael walking from the house is so simple, and I love it.
Yeah. I like how the kid just like is like, what the fuck?
Who is it?
Who is it? If you had listened to Tommy in the first place, none of this would have happened. Honestly, come on. Those bell bottoms are a look, though.
They were in that house. Is that what you just asked?
I'm scared. The boogeyman.
Mike brings up an interesting point. Who's the funnier screamer, Chris Clark or Josh McCouga?
Well, I think Josh goes a little ham.
Josh goes ham.
Yeah, we have a larger sample size of Josh right now, so I'll have to wait and see. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, we'll know by October 31st.
I think Chris is funnier because things that aren't scary jump scare him, like Freya barking.
Oh, that was during Armageddon.
Josh goes a little ham when he does his scary thing.
Oh my god, man!
Ching! All of a sudden, he's really bad at aiming with his kniff.
What's a kniff?
Just a mispronunciation of knife.
A Jewish delicacy that's mashed potatoes inside of a thing that's fried.
That sounds really good. I would eat that right now.
I thought that was a couscous.
I think
couscous is a type of grain.
I think
couscous is like a tiny grain, yeah.
For most effective jump scare, it might be in 7.
There's a really bad jump scare in Conjuring where it's the woman in the window.
Where he's tied to the bed and you think he's dead and then he jumps because you don't see it come.
Yeah. How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey. Worst jump scare.
I mean, the best jump scare is Exorcist Part 3, but
I'm trying to remember which one it was, and it's not even a jump scare, but it was really effective, and it was what was it? What was the second Annabelle movie? It's not even a jump scare, but they just like have this weird shadow in the background of one shot that like slightly moves.
That's really
scary. Just a little bit, and man, that freaked me out more than any jump scare I've ever seen.
Can we talk about how useless Loomis has been through this whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's barely been in anything.
Like, he doesn't do anything.
He's a bigger part of the second.
No, I know, but he also, all this stuff has happened around him, and he's like, I know Michael's evil, and yet he has done nothing the entire time.
Well, yeah, but I think you have to watch the first.
But he does have a gun. He has a permit for it. He has a permit for the gun.
He's the Michael Gross of this franchise. So,
hold on, are you critiquing Tremors? Because Michael Gross does stuff in those movies.
Oh yeah, but
he's like the reason they survive those movies.
Abby asked me last week what a Tremors was, and I was very sad.
Abby, you make me sad.
I say stuff just to give
a graboid.
I get that. I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bye, Hogue. It was nice seeing you.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
Now the layout looks better.
I like how you only
comes.
I mean,
stairs.
I'd rather pick on Hogue.
Bum.
Oh God, this whole scene.
Bum.
Yeah.
The music is like his footsteps coming into the room. Like, so good.
Remember, guys, here's our Streamlabs.
The breathing. Oh
Suck
God.
Oh my God. No, wait, guys. I mean, our Streamlabs. Where is that? Oh my God. Oh my God. Wait. So Wait a minute.
That's the whole thing.
There it
Nothing has gone wrong.
is. There you go.
Here's our Streamlabs.
That shadow shot right there is just beautiful.
He doesn't know how to open a closet door.
She tied it.
Well, yeah, but it's not like that tie is gonna do much.
No.
This movie?
Yeah. It's not like a sock on a door at a college.
There's something so creepy and so just terrifying about this moment.
Yeah.
It's so claustrophobic.
Yeah. Somebody.
And then he turns on the light, and then you're just like, oh shit.
I like how H2O plays with this scene.
Yeah, me too. It's
This is
brilliant.
This is like the first time that he was lit in the whole movie, like his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Which is crazy because we're almost done with the movie, and this is the first time that you actually get like a real good look.
I wonder if the Jaws theme.
I don't know, Mike. That's a good question.
The Jaws theme just has it sounds similar because it's the same chord progression, but he does he does a different thing with the notes itself.
Yeah, from my understanding, from like stuff I've read and seen and like back like making of stuff, it was the Suspiria theme and Exorcist that influenced it.
You can medley the two easily though. It's pretty simple too. But you also get that kind of quality in the 50s with songs like Johnny Be Good and Roll Over Beethoven. It's basically the same song, but a different kind of feeling.
Of course, nothing says Halloween like Roll Over Beethoven.
I mean, you want to talk about film scores that sound really similar? Just listen to, the what's his face? Man, my brain is so tired.
Listen
right
to
now.
Scream 2 and Executive Decision. Oh wait, it is
there
the
you
same
go.
score.
It is? Oh wow.
Yeah, the Dewey theme from Scream 2 is the main theme from Executive Decision.
When I was on Abby's stream with Scream 2, we were talking about that, but we kept thinking it was Broken Arrow, not Executive Decision.
Sorry, you're right. It is Broken Arrow.
Oh, it is
That's
Broken
right.
Arrow.
Not,
We were right.
Not
Okay.
Executive Decision. Yeah, Broken Arrow.
Okay, we were right.
Which is funny because I just recently watched Broken Arrow.
I was gonna say, just listen to Hans Zimmer's scores back to back.
She's so good in this moment, trying to get the kids out of the house.
Yeah.
Like, you really feel for her fear and like the trauma she's gone through to this point.
Yeah. Michael Giacchino's Star Trek and Doctor Strange scores are very similar.
Yeah.
Oh hell no!
I mean,
Ooh.
I mean,
So
there
we're
was,
about to see.
there was at one point where I thought that they were playing something in a trailer and it was a Hans Zimmer song, and I'm like, oh yeah, that comes from this movie. And someone else was like, no, it comes from this movie. And then another comment was like, no, it comes from this movie. And I'm like, oh my god, they all sound exactly the same.
I do have to say, though, I saw Hans Zimmer live in concert.
Oh, it's
Hold on.
great.
One of the best.
Okay.
I'm not saying he's not
Hold
good.
on.
I'm just
Hold
saying
on.
he borrows
Hold on.
themes.
Guys,
I don't really care for like late
Guys,
Zimmer as much
guys,
anymore.
hold on for a second. Two kids just run out of the house and Loomis is like, huh, what's that?
Well, it is
I'm
Halloween.
like, just,
again, Loomis is the worst.
It is Halloween night, so
I gotta be honest. Yeah, Loomis is not doing much this movie.
So this is where the only time where Michael Myers isn't played by Nick Castle.
Really?
Yeah,
you
they
can
used
tell
a
'cause
different
he's not
actor
very
for
good
the,
at killing.
for the unmasking. It's a different actor. It's Tony Moran, who was Joni's, Aaron Moran's brother. Joni from Happy Days.
Yeah.
Loomis to the
It's her
rescue.
brother.
Why did they use him?
I'm not sure.
Loomis,
Maybe they
well,
thought he
like,
was more better. Maybe they thought he was more better looking than Nick Castle, and they wanted to make
Loomis
Michael
does
somewhat
nothing and
attractive.
shoot Michael.
Apparently, though, he does a lot. He does a lot in the second one.
Yeah, the second one is more where you get him
And then-
actually not being a useless bump on the log.
And then I'm assuming he's like more useful as the.
Oh, that line delivery.
Who, Loomis?
Was the
Yeah.
boogeyman.
I mean, he's always kind of.
just there.
Was.
Because even the second one, most of the movie, he's trying to track down Michael again and also figure out what
But
the
he's a
whole
little.
situation is.
He has more to do.
And then he
And
blows
of
himself
course, this ending up being one of the most iconic shots of all time. The body's gone.
up. It was the boogeyman. That's good. Yes. Matter of fact, it was.
Yep.
I will say there's a slight.
And then I love the way
delay.
okay, there's a slight delay, so to hear the reveals before they happen does take a little bit out of it.
Well,
Oh,
maybe
I'm so sorry.
Well, that's your
you
fault.
shouldn't have watched a movie that people were big fans of for the first time. On
I will say, it's a 50-year-old movie.
yeah.
My bad.
Also,
I
you
love the
know
way-
he
I love the
doesn't
way it
die
ends
in
with
this
some of
movie
the
because
shots.
there are many
Shots of all the
sequels.
different empty rooms
With his breathing too.
with his breathing. Yeah,
He could be
It just
anywhere.
it makes you want to watch the second one.
like I said, I'm probably gonna watch the second one after this, honestly, by myself.
Yeah.
It's getting a little late, so I don't know that we will.
How does Loomis survive the explosion though?
I mean, I don't
Watch
even know
and
if they
find out.
explain it. He's got a big burn scar on his face.
Oh, for the rest of the series?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
What a
appreciate you, Chris.
simple, awesome horror film. And it starts off all of Scary Movie Squad. And we did it. We watched Halloween. It was awesome for the most part. Even though we were stuck with Hogue. But, you know.
And we talked
This
an
is
awful
true.
lot about penis.
And
Oh,
Prince of
great.
Darkness.
And Prince of Darkness.
What? Prince of Darkness. What's Prince of Darkness? Well, I'm gonna start with Hogue now, since we got to go around and talk about it. This is your first time viewing it, so how are you feeling?
There's a reason it's a classic, and there's the obvious things to make fun of just like Laurie Strode being against the door, being like, "Let me in," not running away, and the archetype that like the joke of the final girl is built off of like just keep running, just keep going, those very few and in between moments do not take away from truly this perfect horror movie. It really is just waste no time, just getting into it, going with it, and then finishing with it, and it's so real. It really knowing kind of vaguely what the franchise does with it, it just kind of blows my mind that they try to get so mythical with it and so big with it when this first movie is just a simple ghost in a house that will kill you, and just you are two houses on the same street. It is freaky in the best way, and John Carpenter, man, I think he's good at making horror movies, and he should do that more. He's pretty good at this. Yeah, great movie. Well done.
I'm really glad that you finally figured out that Carpenter was good at making horror films. It only took you until now making horror films to realize that. But I'm going to go to Abby now, who this is your second time watching it, and you watched it with us. What were your thoughts?
It is very good. Last time I watched them, I watched all of them leading up to Halloween 2018. And so then they all kind of blended together, but watching this made me remember how solid this one is, and it's just concise from start to finish.
I think that's what makes it so special and continues to, is that to your point, is we talked about it a little bit, but being such a smaller and concise type film makes it special in a way that I think that a lot of horror movies don't always have. Being bigger doesn't always necessarily mean better, and I think that it's so contained and it just works on so many levels with that, and that's why it's been so special to me. I'm going to go over to Chris Clark, who screamed twice during the film. What were your thoughts?
What a beautiful, beautiful movie. It was great. It was fun. It's just very atmospheric. It's very paced, very, very well. I feel like it does end very, very soon. It feels like a giant truck ramming into a wall at full speed. I feel like you always need to see the second part of it to get the full story, if that makes sense. It just feels like half of a story at the end of the day. Just because I know, and I like part 2 a lot as well. It just feels like half a movie when I watch it, because I would like to see part 2. But I mean, it's still solid, and I can see exactly why it is so influential, and I'm glad we have it. And it isn't it preserved in the archives and stuff. So it's here to stay.
I mean, I think it was one of the films.
Yeah, I think it was one of the.
Yeah, I would imagine
one
so.
of the AFI film institutes.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So I mean, it's here to stay, and it totally deserves the accolades that it has.
Maxwell.
It's Halloween. I mean, no,
Enough said.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment. Kristen.
pretty good.
Oh, was Max done? He was only going to say it's Halloween.
Yeah,
Okay, that's fair. No, I love this movie. I think it's great. I jumped on the train of these movies later in life than a lot of people. but it doesn't mean that they're any worse. I think they hold up incredibly well. And there's so many smart, simple things that John Carpenter did that made this just so effective. And it's so good. It's really good. And the best way to start out spooky season.
I don't disagree with you, and either did Mike K, who did donate to the Streamlabs, who said, what a way to kick off the inaugural Scary Movie Squad watch-along. So thank you, Mike K, as always, for the donation.
Thank you, Mike.
You are the best. You're always donating.
Mike posted a great shot of him earlier today wearing a Scary Movie Squad shirt.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. So fun. Yeah, he is a big-time supporter, and he has been a big part of why we keep doing this. He makes it worth it because he supports us so hard, and I love that. Tim, I'm going to go to you now since this is one of your top 3 films of all time. What are your final thoughts before we get out of here?
My final thoughts is I think this is a perfect movie. It's simple, and it succeeds in scaring you, and I think the suspense and the terror hold up. And I think it will always be scary. Because of how simple it is, and it doesn't overcomplicate anything to make it to where eventually you're going to be like, yeah, that's not really that scary. The fact that it's simple makes it scary, and I love it. And I will say, if you're a big fan of like this movie and the Halloween franchise, I will shamelessly plug a podcast that I have nothing to do with, but there's a podcast called In Gyres We Trust with Myers and Rust, where they go through each Halloween movie, and it's really, really great. It's got Matt Gorley and Paul Rust, and it's awesome. So if you like these movies, check out that podcast.
How much should they pay you for that?
Absolutely nothing. Just being a big fan, a big shill.
$80,000.
I do think also one of the movies that we are going to be doing later on through this, which is Haunt, does actually owe a lot to what Carpenter did with Halloween, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. That is on our night of the double feature for all things Shudder. So we can't wait to share that with you. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and go around the room. Let's get everyone out of here, starting with Hogue. Where can everyone find you online?
You can find me at No Longer a Halloween Virgin at .com because I'm grown up and I wear big boy pants. No, you can find me at Hogue_filmmaker on Twitter and Instagram. You can find, I make short films. I'm a filmmaker at Vimeo under Patrick Hogue. And my recent film, So, is a horror film, which, watching this classic Carpenter, like there's a lot of DNA that I unintentionally just kind of took from that into this recent film on Crypt TV, CRYPT YouTube channel called So. Go watch it. But this is great. Great start to Scary Movie Squad. Let's keep going with this.
Yeah, I'm very happy we're doing this. I'm glad that you're a part of it, of course. Kristen, I'm also glad you're a part of it. Where can everyone find you online?
Boom. Smith_K10, the number, not the word. Twitter, Instagram, Stardust, even though I don't post anything on Stardust. That's it. That's my whole thing. I didn't make any movies. I don't feature on Crypt TV, but I'll be here. Okay.
Well, that's all that matters, and we're happy to have you. And of course, my favorite writer, Abby, I was really glad that you came on tonight. Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you for letting me jump on last second. Y'all can find me at Abigail Friel on everything, and then I have a Patreon, patreon.com/Abigail Thank you for letting me be part of the Scary Movie Squad. I had a good time.
And come back anytime, of course.
Mm-hmm.
We would be glad to
You'll never know. It'll be last second, so I'll keep you on the
toe. I believe. We'll see you when we see you then.
Yeah.
And my friend Tim Franco, we wouldn't be doing this without you. Where can everyone find you online?
You can find me, Ben Tramer. I didn't have the internet in 1978, so you can find me walking the streets of Haddonfield dressed like Michael Myers and getting mistaken for Michael Myers and then getting killed. And it sucks. But anyways, I was supposed to have a date with Lori. It never happened. But anyways, you can find Tim Franco on Twitter at tfranco84. And you can find me the next 2 months all throughout here on the PG Campbell Network for Scary Movie Squad. So it's going to be fun.
It really is. And again, thank you, my friend, for like helping us put all this together. Without you, I don't know if we would have gotten the heavy lifting done. So thank you again. And we'll see you on the next one. And our graphics extraordinaire, Chris Clark, where can everyone find you online, my friend?
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, One second. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at ChrisClark8788. Those numbers mean nothing. And be sure to check out Suddenly Soundtracks on Wednesday. We are going to be going through Moulin Rouge. Oh, there we go. Moulin Rouge. It's Pauly D, Max, PJ, and our first time having her. You saw it on the announcements for SEN. She's going to be hosting backstage. Rachel Cushing. It's going to be great to talk to her. We haven't talked to her in a long time. It's good to just talk the musical and stuff. We're going through all 19 tracks from the movie, plus we're going to be discussing the differences for the stage adaptation that they released a couple years back. So bada bing, bada boom, make sure to check that out. See you next week.
Yep, see you soon, my friend. And of course, guys, as we said, Monday night, the Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island watch along begins. The animated and funner side of all things spooky. This is something that is near and dear to both mine and Maxwell's heart, and I'm very, very excited about that. And if you guys didn't hear, next week we are doing Friday the 13th part 2, but it'll be next Saturday, so we do not have to coincide with the Movie Trivia Schmodown, where I am a writer and Abby is a writer and we're human, so please be nice to us. That's where you can find me, is at the Movie Trivia Schmodown as head writer.
Sunday night this weekend.
Yes.
Boom. Bill, Ted, Death.
All of it. Station. It's happening. 4 p.m. PDT. We're going to be doing the Bill and Ted triple feature. Cannot wait. It is going to be so much fun.
Yes, indeed. And Thursday, Front Center Mezzanine next week. You can also check out all our shows on Spotify or iTunes as an audio podcast if you don't want to look at our admittedly beautiful faces. But
sure.
I get it. Sometimes you need something to listen to on the drive to work or while you're working out. So that is a spectacular option as well.
That is. And with that, my friend, where can they find you online?
You can find me on Twitter at FastMember and Instagram at FastMemberInc. Oh, no, wait, sorry. No. Twitter is at Cinemaxwell. Instagram is at Cinemaxwell Inc. There it is.
That was a beautiful thing. And with that, my friend, I think that's it from us. We had a great time. Find me on Twitter and Instagram, PJ_Campbell. And until Monday, well, actually Sunday, I guess, we'll see you on the next one for more Scary Movie Squad fun. Bill and Ted is a little bit lighter, obviously, but thank you guys as always for being here. You're the best. See you later.